Hello, Mr. Randy Duck, and welcome back for another video and another giveaway. Today we are giving away the Tier 8 British Premium Heavy Tank, the Caernarvon Action X. Now, all what you need to do to enter this giveaway is leave a comment with !duck followed by your gamer tag and console. So that is leave a comment with !duck followed by your gamer tag and console. The draw will end Saturday the 28th of September, at which point I will post a post on my channel with the lucky winner and then arrange for that tank to be given away to you. But that's it for all the information to enter. I have two replays to show you in this tank, and let's get on with the replays. Okay, so here we are for the first replay then on Lakeville, where it is Tier 9 matchmaking and no enemy artillery. Now, I should mention that I am in the Paladin. The tank I am giving away is the unskinned version of this tank. So it's exactly the same tank, but this is just a skinned version. Now, before I go on, I'll just quickly mention I'm platooned up with my platoon mate Panda, and this is why you do not text and tank, because he is just driven straight into the water at the start of the game. And I'm sure he won't like me using this replay, but you know, it happens to the best of us. So what is this tank? It is basically a hold down heavy tank, which when you're fighting tier 8 tanks, you can bounce a few shots off your turret if you're using the gun depression, but it's definitely, you know, it's not the strongest of turrets. When you start fighting like the tier 10, tier 9 tanks, they can go straight through you if they got enough penetration, but you know, it still does have some somewhat decent armor. The real beauty of this tank though is the DPM. It's got 250 alpha with absolutely fantastic DPM. I've got the TPM to 3,768 with my setup, and yeah, you can, when you get an opportunity, you know, you can see how quick this reload is. You can pick up so much damage in a very quick space of time. You've got 226 penetration on your standard rounds with 1,020 shell velocity, and then 258 penetration on your premium rounds with 1,275 shell velocity. So you can see we're getting off to a pretty good start. We managed to not lose any damage so far. I'm starting to get a few shots into the cupola of this tortoise. We do then get penned like by that tier 9. Like I say, your turret's not impenetrable, but you know, when you're fighting like the tier 8s, you can bounce a few shells. But the real beauty is just the fantastic DPM this tank has. Now, I was playing the sort of 1-2 line on Lakeville because there was no artillery, you know, and I could play hold down, and I knew I'd get into a fight, if you like, as quickly as I possibly could. Unfortunately, I keep bouncing the cupola of this tortoise. I really want to just take this out so we can move forward. That's exactly what happens. We pick up our first kill and 1,000 damage, and now we're just going to try and push through and try and take care of these tanks in front of us, because it kind of looks like the enemy team have probably got the advantage on the other side. So I want to try and clean up this as much as I can, so I can either go back to defend the base or keep pushing for the rest of the damage depending on the situation. So we get a lovely shot there into that tier 9 heavy tank, putting him onto a one shot, and we should have the finish because he turns his turret and we get that nice kill in, picking up our second of the kill, and then quick recession, we pick up our third kill, and now we're just going to try and go through the turret of this Centurion straight through the cupola, and he gets quickly taken out. And this game sort of, you can see how quickly, what I'm saying is how quickly damage can occur in this tank. You know, I'm already up to 2,000 damage now with 3 kills. And there's 7 tanks remaining. It's still a fairly close game, but I feel like we've taken some decent control of this map. Now, I was kind of concerned there might be some tanks covering this Panther, but I'm looking at the mini-map now, and you can see like 3 tanks down the right, tank down the Lake Road, and another tank down there. I don't think there's anything to shoot me right now, just looking at the map positions. And I'm just going to try and push through down the 4 line, and along the river and try and catch up. There you go. I think every tank's now spotted, so that's kind of crucial information because we know where enemy teams can shoot us, and it looks like we're probably going to start to apply cap pressure, so the enemy team has to come back to defend the base now, and I'm hoping I might catch a few tanks out in the open to try and rack up a bit more damage. We're on 4 kills as well, 2,200 damage, but there's still more in this for us, so we can just get there, and you know, might even be able to pick up a top gun if we're lucky. When the medium tank comes round, We will make quick work of this tank with our DPM, but we're just a little bit concerned we're going to get shot in the crossfire by some tank destroyers. So we take your time, just compose ourselves, get into a safe position, and just try and find out where the enemy tanks are. Unfortunately, we bounced a kill shot, but we should have another opportunity thanks to the fantastic reload of this tank. Picking up our 5th kill now, but with our friendly tanks trying to cap out, I think this game is probably going to be over shortly, because I don't think they're going to get the reset. It's just this heavy tank which really has an opportunity to. We're trying to get the side shots in. We get a nice shot through the drive ball there. One thing this tank is good at is keeping stuff permo trapped because of its fantastic DPM. But with only 3 tanks remaining, I'm just trying to, this game's won, it feels like to me. I mean, it's still close on the scoreboard, but just looking at the positions of our team, I feel like we've won this game. I'm just trying to make the most of this now. Hopefully we can try and finish off this enemy G-Saw to pick up our 6th kill, which would be nice. But he just gets behind cover and we just don't really have that opportunity. But maybe we can squeeze a kill in that Object 257, but we don't. It gets taken out by our Panther 88. And yeah, it's just not looking like we're going to be able to pick up any more damage until we spot this enemy heavy tank and we pick up our 6th kill. And unfortunately our team cap out before we're able to pick up the Devastator medal there. But that's it for the first replay. Let's see how we got on and we can move on to the final replay. We get 6 kills, 3,600 damage, 600 assistance, 1,000 blocks, picking up the ace tanker. But let's move on to the final replay of this video. Okay, so we've made it then to the final replay, and this time we are on Swamp, where there is 1 enemy artillery and I believe 2 enemy light tanks. But it is top tier, so we are in top tier matchmaking. There are no tier 9s or tier 10s, and that's the thing about this tank. When you do start to come across the tier 10s, that's when your armour doesn't become that effective anymore, and you can expect them just to go straight for your turrets. So that's something you've got to be aware of. But like when you're fighting tier 8s, the armour's a lot more effective, but the DPM is still there. So like if you get in the right situation and you catch your tank out, you just fire those rounds off so quickly you can farm a lot of damage. Now I'm going to play somewhat, quite aggressively here and push to an aggressive position off the start, but I can see I've got mediums coming with me down the right hand side, and I'm going to try and get into position to see if I can spot anything crossing the sort of 7, 8, 9 line at the start and try and pick up some early damage. Somewhat risky, but I do have tanks support with me, so it kind of makes it okay to make the play. So I'm going to push across and hopefully try and catch something out crossing. That's exactly what happens. We cross and spot this T-32. He shoots. We can just farm so much damage here when he crosses. We do track him in place, which is great. We're hoping to sort of kill him before he moves out. He does put 1 into us, but we're going to be able to pick up the kill here. He does get put onto 1 shot, but hopefully it's fantastic reload. You can just see, that's what I mean when you catch a tank out in the open, how quickly you can just put those shots in. So we started off with a really good game here. We've got shots now into the SU. We may even be able to pick up the kill. Unfortunately, we don't roll high enough, but again, we're pretty much reloaded already, and we pick up that kill, picking up our 2nd kill of the game and sort of just shy of 2,000 damage. And now we can turn our attention to this light tanker sort of full sent in the middle of the map. Unfortunately, that shot just damages his gun, but we should have more opportunities to get these shots in. And I mean, you've got the reloads are so quick on this tank, just about under 4 seconds here. That's without food active, and you just farm tanks. You absolutely farm tanks so quickly. And we're trying to put as many shots into that light tank as we can. But then this enemy Alova comes around, and he, is just in the middle for us. He has clear shots into us, but we have better DPM than he does. We're going to try and put a shot through the lower plate. And we're just going to have to accept that we're going to trade out these damage in shots. I'm wiggling as much as I can to hope that he may bounce 1, but if not, we're just going to at least farm this tank out and get the kill, because we're putting in sort of 2 shots for his 1 shot there. We should have the kill before he puts another shot into us here. We do track him in place, and already I'm on 4,000 damage now with 3 kills and 600 assistance. And really, this game is only 3 minutes in, we're on 4,000 damage. As I mean, it doesn't take a lot of time to get that damage in. We have lost quite a lot of hit points for it. We're on 500 hit points now, but we've put our hit points to good use, let's say that, and we've started to really take a dominant effect on this game. Enemy team are kind of pincered in their base. I'm just trying to move in, see if I can get any shots in on these tanks pushing across to our spawn. Obviously they can shoot us as well, but they're kind of distracted and occupied by the tanks in front of them. And we put a nice shot there into the Vengeance, damaging his ammo rack, but he now gets into cover and safety from us. So I'm going to see if we can try and get some shots into this G-Saw. Obviously I've got to be careful with the G-Saw. I want to just try and push in and get the damage here, but with this G-Saw, he can kill us in a such a short space of time, because the way he gets that 4-shot autoloader off, and he just dumps those clips so quickly. But we're on 4,500 damage now, 600 assistance. I do want to get as much damage out of this as I can, but I suspect this G-Saw is on reload. It does have quite a long reload, but I feel like the time I push to try and get the shots into him, it'll be reloaded, and then they'll probably be able to take me out. So I'm just being a little bit patient here, waiting for my team to move up. You can see got a tank destroyer on the right hand side. I'm hoping he spots where that G-Saw is, because I do want to push across. I want to get some more damage, because the damage is sort of dried up a little bit for me, but I also don't want to get taken out by the G-Saw. But I've decided I'm going to have to move in. There is another enemy G-Saw around here, but the way he's running, to me, makes me think that he is just dumped his mag, and I'm going to try and take him out here and pick up a bit more damage. I mean, this game is literally 8 versus 2. It's been such a quick game, but we've done a lot with the time we've had. So we should be able to get a few shots here. We pick up one shot there, putting us on just shy of 5,000 damage. Hopefully we can pick up the kill. We do, which literally puts us 2 damage away from the 5k mark. I don't think we're going to get in time to pick up that kill. We don't. But that's it for the video. Like I say, if you win this giveaway, all we need to do is leave a comment with !duck, followed by your gamer tag and the console that you play on. Draw will end on the 28th of this month, at which point I will let you know who the winner is. So, thank you so much for your amazing support, and as always, happy tanking.
Hadouken!